rate, which means we can fire it a lot hotter, which means we can penetrate through large, thick clothing. And then the last piece is close probe spread. So what we found is a lot of incidences happen dynamically and quick, and you might have somebody coming at you very quickly. If I draw the taser, I need a good 1 foot spread to incapacitate. That's about a 1 foot spread. In our older devices, we may not have had that great a spread because the degree of spread on our cartridges was not as big as it is now. So now we have the ability to engage a target from a very short distance, and then if needed, we can switch out, when we have time, distance, and cover, we can switch out to what we call a standoff cartridge. And now, from a long distance, I can still get a good spread and get right on the subject, get both darts in, which will incapacitate. We also have features now like the top and bottom darts, so we can see a laser where we can see exactly where those darts are going to hit. And then when I talk to de-escalation, everybody knows what a taser is, right? It's been 25 years we've been in the market. What we're seeing now, more and more and more, nobody wants to get tased. So when an officer or a deputy comes up on scene, the fact that they have a taser device, a lot of times you'll get compliance. If that doesn't work, drawing your taser may get compliance. Arming it and lasering, like I just did, could gain compliance. If those don't work, the Audible Warning is very compelling. So we've got a little button on the side, we press the button, we say, look, I don't want to have to use this device. Remarkably, out of 30,000 or so uses in the UK, we found that this worked, that warning arc used to work about 80% of the time. So again, gaining compliance without having to use the device, without having to fire the device. Okay, who's first, Sheriff? All right. You want the short order or the standoff? So we go long range or the shorter range? Longer range. Longer range it is.
Pat.
Oh, thank you. So for everybody that is close, please put safety guards.
At least
Thank you very much.
Good.
Sir, I've already shown Sheriff just arming. Taser, taser. Taser, taser. Perfect. Excellent. And what Sheriff just did, as you mentioned earlier, was able to turn the device off without having to run it through a full 5-second cycle. If this subject did not want to comply after that first shot, we press this button and it will re-energize. So I don't have to send more darts down range. I can re-energize and hopefully subdue the subject. Now you'll see also we have just the right amount of wiring coming out, so I can see through my wiring where my probes have hit. A lot of these little touches that we've developed over the course of many, many years, but it makes a big difference to be able to see exactly where your darts hit the target. That's about it. Who's next, Judge?
I'm not a law enforcement.
Okay.
To me, it is more like a toy, so you gotta teach me.
Okay, so we'll start with you. So, arm, point, and shoot. And what I would do is I'll pop it here in a second. We'll let you practice with it. Okay, so just arm, right? Your fingers away from the front, up down. So your arm is this, pick that up. Then I put it, these are your. Load you with a live person. We'll move a little closer to the Why don't we shoot this one since it's quick and hasn't been much. So again, arm, and ultra.
better spread than me. Have a better spread than me.
We'll be fine. Right, we'll see. Who else? Okay. Brian? Have you fired a taser before? You want to get used to it with the inert parts, the ones that don't fire?
That's fine.
Okay, so let's move in close again.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I was thinking, I didn't go to the front side. Yes, I just. She had that. She had it. Yes, she's got it. Left side means.
Hey, sorry, how you doing?
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's enough for to incapacitate the person.
Right. Okay. Taser, taser.
Love it. Great job.
Annie Oakley. She did the right thing. Taser, taser.
All right. My sheriff told me to say that.
That's good.
My sister.
Okay.
Okay, well, that concludes taser. We're going to move now next door to virtual reality.
We put this back here?
Taser, taser. Like, I know. That thing had me
For VR? Sure. You need a mic?
Do you want a mic? Yeah. He's okay.
All right, I'll leave it right there. I have it right here, in case. You guys see that behind me? Yeah.
At a high level, this tool, Charlie can talk about VR, and we talk about it's a very immersive technology, so it really allows deputies to really put themselves in the shoes of the person experiencing the crisis. And so I'll let Charlie's one of our master instructors, so he'll be able to speak about, do you want the microphone? Yeah. To talk about what those trainings are. Okay, sorry.
Sure. Yeah. So our virtual reality is our newest product that comes out. It's our cutting edge training. What you'll be able to experience today, or what we can demo today, is what we call our CET training, what we've seen nationally is that after the academy, sometimes we lose any training in some other little aspects of what we've been taught and maybe forget. And so what virtual reality does is gives us the opportunity to be able to present this training in microbursts so that the officer gets the opportunity to train over and over and over again. So what you'll see in the community engagement training are modules less than 15 minutes, so the officer has an opportunity to get that when we know training times are significantly cut short. And so we have 12 experiences that are up here in the headset today. And so we can have somebody try that on. Yep. So simple instructions, sir, if you just put that headset on your head. So what you're gonna do is kind of slide it up and down your forehead. Once you get that on, there's a dial. Have a seat there in the chair. There's a dial right here in front of your nose. That'll help focus it. So where your thumb is, there's a disc to spin that. There you go, and that should help clear that up. Yep, and so if you take your eyes, you'll see that white circle go to the bottom in the middle. You're gonna see hard of hearing. Just stare at it in the middle. Put the disc in the middle, and that'll fill up the pie there. There you go. And so what you'll see here is we'll show you a national statistic that'll come up. And then what happens is that the officer gets an opportunity to pick what path they want to go down in virtual reality. And then this is used in conjunction with the department's SOP because every department handles every issue a little bit differently. And so the aspect in front of our CT modules, we give the officer an opportunity to be in the person of with the ailment or in distress or whatever the case may be for about 2.5 minutes. So if you go ahead and, stare at that. And so what will happen now is that he is now hard of hearing or deaf and the subject of a traffic stop. So we're putting him in the position of that to help build empathy. And so, sir, if you look to your left and look behind you, you'll see that the officer's on approach. If you look down and to your right, you'll see your person sitting on a seat. So as you look around, the officer's starting to talk to you now. And so what he can hear in his headset is the officer giving instructions. And so what I would ask you to do is, sir, if you look at the officer as he's talking to you, if you watch the officer's reactions, he does some things that you would not appreciate if you were in that position. You'll find the officer, I would pay attention to him maybe rolling his eyes, and then he starts to talk a little bit louder, doing some things that we would not expect that somebody that's hard of hearing to anticipate from police departments. After this, in about a minute or two, the roles will reverse, and then he'll become the officer in the direction of the objective, and then he'll be able to pick which path he wants to go down when this is over. If you can see the officer's like kind of yelling at him, doesn't quite understand what the ailment is at this time. And sir, you can hear that clearly in your head? Yep. Feel free to look behind you, look up, look down, look completely behind you. You can see the police car behind you with the flashing lights. And so now what will happen is the roles will reverse. One interesting point, do you see the little blue squares on the TV? That's a safety zone. What's built into the headset is if he decides to get up or move, cameras on the outside of the headset will turn on to prevent him from walking into a desk, something like that. So there's safety features that are built into our headsets. And so now you can see that the position he was in is now her, and now he's in the position of the officer. Now he gets an opportunity to pick one of the three choices, and that will take him down a different path. Speak louder or use notepad. He's decided to use a notepad. Look down, sir. You can see the notepad in your hand as he explains to write, I need to see your driver's license on a notepad. So in filming these modules, we use clinicians, police officers, departments with this type of subject in their academies. And then when he's done, it'll flash another statistic. Okay. And then if you, fill that in, it will allow you to go again if you decide to go down another path. So it will conform with the department's, in particular, SOP. And then, sir, if you look straight down at your feet, you should see an exit circle. If you stare at the exit circle, put the disc in the circle there. There you go. You got to kind of put the white disc in the middle. There you go. Now look up. It's going to ask you to go back to the lobby, pick yes. And that'll take you back right to the lobby. Will eventually accumulate in front of you. And whenever you're done, you can slide that off. That's just one module that we have of the 12 there. Yes, sir. What'd you think of that, sir? Who said they're dizzy?
I'm not a law enforcement.
That's okay.
You know, the thing I'm saying is they go in 3 months that shoot, and I go maybe 3 months, 6 months that shoot, and there's a difference. You know, like,
Yeah, they're just on.
yeah, exactly. So you understand that civilian world.
So if I fire it, the person didn't want to come.
Okay?
So I can re-energize.
Charlotte, but originally Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're about New York. We'll turn.
Today, you guys have a single shot device. You just pull the trigger. You don't have to shoot both, but you can more than welcome to. It's more fun.
All right, so what you see is that, see that white disc in front of you?
You don't have to do it, just whatever the green is.
Yeah, so go ahead and slide this up or down. And then spin this disc.
Once it finishes that 5-second cycle,
I turned it down. So let it go to the film, cycle.
yeah, so maybe you realize that you missed one shot or something, and you want to come again. Otherwise, if you just want to.
And then you'll see autism. Try that one. There at the middle.
Yeah, say we do have darts.
And now the scenario will happen in front of you.
It's gonna run for 5 seconds, right? But now you realize, okay, you don't have darts.
That's the thing that kind of having this panic attack.
It's fun to see me bigger deal because it's a lot more velocity, a lot more ability to push through much more. 12 degree, what you just fired at me. So what the older tasers had like a 7 or 8 degree scope. So if you come swinging, and I pull my taser out and shoot you from this close, you're probably going to get a very small scope.
Look around, sir. Look left, look right, look above.
It's a lot quicker than I thought. So if you go swinging at me, the taser is
So what is experiencing now with T has a amount of water around, and then a police engagement. If I were to ask you if anybody knew what STEM was, we get a good response.
He's got a knife for himself. He's got other officers there that are backing me up. And then I switch it to the shorter side. Shorter round. Now I can hit it through the distance more accurately. Because fire is almost like a kick. So that's like, I can kind of get that to work with the 12 degree, but that's a little bit of a stretch. So I'd rather use it from this distance.
How long does that take?
So, workflow is a big piece of this, because it's rechargeable. So,
Now, sir, you'll be the police officer, so everything you just experienced was a situation.
data is captured on
And the thought process behind this is that we build image charging.
creation, all those pieces of information is captured on the device, mirrored to the battery. The battery almost acts like a.
So that's what we're talking about, that stemming issue. Where police department trying to find out some trouble by using force, maybe in an opportunity. That's exactly what we're talking about.